believe you talked me into this.
It's rewarding, isn't it?
No. Happy 2023. Hope you guys have been having a good year so far. We took the last couple of months off to just kind of hibernate, really. It's been pretty cold here. We had some family come in around Christmas time and we didn't want to start any projects, but it's a new year and it's time to get back to it. We did a lot last year, just kind of thinking through, you know, we moved into this house in, I think, the end of February. And we got started right away. The basement was a disaster, if you guys remember that. We had mold issues, we had cracks everywhere. We spent a lot of tears and sweat dealing with that basement, and we've got it now nice down there. You know, it's not a finished basement, but it's clean and it's mold free, so that's what we wanted. We also got a new driveway. We replaced all of the windows. We did a lot of patchwork on these walls. We installed recessed lighting in the living room and the kitchen, and we did one of my favorite things, which was plank these ceilings in the kitchen, dining, and living area. We also changed all the ceiling fans, not a big deal there, and painted the entire house, inside and outside. If you guys remember, it was a red house. Now we have a beautiful white house. And we removed outside in the backyard, we removed our rotted out deck, which we have not replaced yet. So that's gonna be a spring or summer project. It's still a little too cold right now. But for now, one of the things that needs to get done that we've been neglecting, we had all of those kind of projects in mind first before we stepped into the kitchen. All right, so this is the kitchen. It's old, it's small, but we're gonna make it better. We talked about what all we wanted to do with this kitchen. You know, in a ideal world, I'd move the door, I'd extend it out, I'd add an island and do all the things, but let's be realistic. It fits for the size of the house, and budget-wise, that stuff's just not in the budget. So we're gonna just make the kitchen as beautiful as we can without spending a ton of money. So instead of replacing all of the cabinets, we're going to refinish them. We're gonna sand them all down, we're gonna paint them, and we're gonna make them a lot prettier. And then from there, we're gonna change the countertops, the sink, and we'll talk about appliances later. We haven't exactly made up our mind on appliances yet. So that's the plan. So today we're gonna start with getting all these cabinet doors down. This one down here is already down because the hinge broke about 2 months ago or so. So that one's been off for a little while. But we're gonna get all these doors down and we're gonna start sanding them in preparation of painting them. Here we go. All right, we have all of the cabinet doors off. We took off all of the hardware. Really makes you realize how much you need to organize your cabinets. So we'll be doing that soon. We're gonna leave everything in until we get all the doors sanded down, and then we'll empty all this stuff out and start working on sanding here. But let's go outside and start working on all of these. So this brown color is on top of the blue. What? So they painted them brown? Why would they do that?
Would look. It's in style. And in one of the decades.
There's decades worth of paint on these. So we've got a greenish blue, an actual blue. We're seeing some yellow come through. Of course, the white that was on top. And then now we're realizing that there was brown on top of the blue. And there's like 2 shades of brown.
Sure.
There's like, these have been painted probably at least 4 times. Very interesting, but not in a good way. So these cabinet doors, we knew they weren't like nice oak old cabinets, and as we're stripping them down, it looks like they're just maybe particle board. I mean, they feel really cheap. They're basically hollow on the inside because we've heard something rattle around in every single door, like there's something loose in it. Anyways, you know, we liked the idea of just painting them and seeing if we could just spruce them up with some new hardware and just kind of freshen up the kitchen. But, you know, do we want to spend all of this time stripping them and or sanding them? Or do we just go with what I feel in my gut and just replace them?
She has an expensive gut.
All right, time to research. All right, it's time. We're finally gonna start the kitchen. You know, we started with this idea of we're just gonna refinish these cabinets. We went through sanding, stripping, and after realizing the volume of paint that is on these cabinets, I think we counted 7 or something like that, and going through that labor process for cabinets that we did not even like, we finally decided to just do what is probably best in the long run, which is replace them. So we got the new unfinished maple cabinets. We're painting them. You can see a little glimpse of maybe the color behind me, but we're painting them like a sage green color. And now that that is done, we are ready to get started. We wanted to get the cabinets ready to install because we don't want to live for a long time without a kitchen. So once we demo, it's no turning back, and we got to get this done. So I'm going to get all this stuff emptied out and get ready to demo. Here we go. All right, so today is a partial demo day. We've got a couple of hours. Chris had to work today, so we're not gonna stay up all night demoing or anything like that. So our plan is to get all of the uppers down and out of here, and then tomorrow we'll start on the bottom. Nice paint color. Actually don't mind it, but look at this disgustingness. These are like some sort of bugs that are just dead on our wall here. There's one over here too. That's so gross. And there's like 10 layers of paint. So it's like the cabinets are like sitting on like a paint shelf. It's actually a pretty color, but it's got to go.
Gotta go.
Dogs are completely freaked out. This is where we're at. It's gonna be a fun month or so. Refrigerator and stove are now over here in our dining room. You doing, kiddo? Aw, little boy. Okay, so interestingly enough, the ceilings used to be this greenish blue color, which is quite interesting. This was horrible. Look, you can see all the paint colors, people painting in between. You can see all the holes we put in because they used like 3-inch nails, like thick nails,
And this is plaster.
into plaster. So there was just no way of getting these things out without complete destruction. So, we don't know what we're quite in for, but we're gonna have to basically replace these 2 walls with drywall. But in order to do that, we gotta get the plaster down. I don't know what that really is gonna be like. It always seems easier in your head than what it really ends up being. So here we go. After getting all of the cabinets out, we started tearing up the floor, which ended up being the easiest part of the entire demo. Most of the tiles just popped up without breaking, making it quick and pretty easy. The demo of the walls, however, was not as easy and was a lot messier of a job. This wall is terrible. Oh, came down easier. Ugh.
Yeah.
Would you talk me into this?
It's rewarding, isn't it?
No. I'm so overwhelmed with cleaning this up. Stay tuned for the process of putting our kitchen all back together. As always, thank you for watching. Did it.